was 5 years old watching my mom in her early 20s creating each sash for all of the Miss Indian Northwest contestants and sitting there night after night creating the most beautiful crown for the next Miss Indian Northwest. And I remember, even though I was in kindergarten, I could remember her beating these beautiful red roses that have always traditionally been on all of our crowns. So at this time, I would just like to let her come up and say a few words.
Hello, everybody. I made this. That's my words. I was handed the Miss Indian Northwest pageant as the owner when I was in my early 20s. And watching beautiful people like Arlen Swire, that's the idols that I had growing up. All the applications would come into my mother's box, and she'd put them all up on the wall and say, can you pick out which one? I'm going to read you all their bios. And so I got those as story time instead of books. I could get bios from all the powerful Indian women leaders that were very young as a child, and Tutankhamun and like history. Without these people, I wouldn't have my daughter, Rebecca. I modeled my daughter, Rebecca, after Arlen because everything that I seen Arlen do was amazing to me. And that's why I nominated her for her award, because she's been such a strong businesswoman. And like that, Rebecca has her own business also, and it's because of women leaders like Arlen that we see. These are local leaders. And Arlen's so special, just like my daughter. My daughter has so many traits like Arlen has, and I'm so grateful for my daughter because she got 2 hours of sleep last night. And that's what true leaders do. They put their self before the people. She wanted to give all of these contestants the most amazing time and to treat them so special. Everything was for the contestants because she's been to so many pageants. She's a 10-time royalty champion ever since she was 5 years old. And she's carried so many titles. Even she's carried college titles when she was in high school, and she's brought the college women in their own colleges to tears. And she felt bad about that when she was in high school. And I had to talk to her and say, that's power. That's powerful because you're more knowledgeable at a young age than the older women that should be having a little more knowledge than you. But this is what I look at every day. And just know that my little granddaughter, that she's a wonderful mother. My little granddaughter is going to own the pageant, and she's already helping, and to see that carry on. And I wish my mother could be here tonight. And it really hurts me that my mom can't be here because old age, she has to rest and she can't make it. And she doesn't live very far, but she just can't go some places sometimes. But I'm just so grateful for my daughter because she's so strong. And as soon as she announced that she was gonna bring back and resurrect this pageant, it came with a lot of challenges that I want to let everybody know about. Sometimes you can get the support you need, and sometimes as soon as somebody finds out that you're going to do something great, all the darkness jumps on your back. And she's had times where she's felt so drained, and she came to me and said, Mom, I don't know if I can do this. Maybe this was a mistake. I don't think I could do it. And I told her, no, you don't let a couple of negative people that are gonna try to weigh you down and get in your way. Look at all these girls coming from the Northwest, and she started out so strong with a lot of girls. But I told the girls back in the dressing room, it's just like the story of the ants. A bunch of ants are gonna go head out to go gather that protein for survival. The protein would be the pageant. The pageant and the crown when you get this pageant, when you win this pageant, you have your crown and you represent everywhere, and it's like a key that's everlasting, a key that opens many doors, many opportunities. Rebecca's had so many opportunities that normal people would only dream of, and it's because the ants, little rivers, little streams are gonna get in the way, and some of the ants are gonna flow away, and the strongest ants are the ones that's gonna swim and make it through. And those are the 7 strong women that you see that are the young youth that made it. All these girls have so many obstacles. I told them, I broke down and cried because I wish I could help those girls that were falling off and couldn't make it here because they had so many family obligations. You don't know, these girls have families that they take care of. Like, they're so young and they're taking on the responsibility of several children and taking on the responsibility of like almost being their mother. Some of these girls brought a lot of children that are their siblings, their relatives, and had made it here with their whole family that they're taking care of. But that's just a little piece of all the struggles that it takes to put on a pageant, to bring it back for the people. It's like the best thing in the world. Look how many people this whole audience is filled. Everybody's probably seeing all of the advertisements, but it's much more bigger than just a girl winning a royalty title. This is gonna bring opportunities, and it's actually freedom for these girls. These girls are gonna fight. They already made it. I told them all, that me and Becca, we can't be judges. We can't be judges because we see you all already won. But there's always gotta be one winner, and it's always sad to see all the other girls walk away almost like with nothing. So we made sure that right from the start, we showered everybody with gifts and welcomed them and gave them so much food to fill their bellies all day long. And that's, sometimes you don't even get that at home. Sometimes some of the people that are entering a pageant are starving. And that's not happening here. Becca worked so hard to make sure that all of these girls are fed and all of our guests are fed with the best food. Thank you to our chef, the magical man back there. Yeah. But that's a native way to feed all of our native people as a family. But thank you again. I love you, Becca.
Thank you, my mom. Yeah, I just had to give acknowledgement to where it's due because a lot of people, they'll come and tell me that they're proud of the work that I'm able to do in the community, but I always have to thank the person that made that possible, which is my mom. And I was really happy because, I did get 2 hours of sleep, but don't worry, because I feel great. I really do. I think it's the adrenaline that's just making me just, I'm so excited. So my mom got to take care of my 4-year-old daughter, and what's been really beautiful about this process is throughout the year, I've had my daughter. She was even helping bead the sash and the crown. I was putting the needle and thread through, and she would put beads on, and she'd say, "Ooh, I'm helping with Indian Northwest." She's only 4 years old. And she was looking at all the pictures on my iPad of all of the royalty contestants, and she said, "Mom, which one is it gonna be?" And I was like, "I don't know, we're gonna find out at Delta Park." But with that, we're gonna get into some entertainment. First of all, let's give a shout out to Young Bull Singers, our drum group. And right now, I would like to welcome